one of the powers that government did usurp over the past several years is the right to decide what medicine you take in the form of COVID mandates. How did you feel about that? And how many COVID shots did you take? And how do you feel about it now, in retrospect?
How many COVID shots did you take?
0. But I think it's fair, and I could see that you recoiled when I asked you that question. And I don't think, honestly, you should be asking people about their medical care, but that became a matter of public policy. And I do think that the whole country ought to pause and assess, like, what did we just go through? How do we feel about it now? And so it's a very straightforward question.
Well, I'll give you a straightforward answer on a number of points there. First of all, in Arkansas, we had no governmental mandates. In fact, we passed a law which I signed that prohibited government from mandating the vaccine to be taken by government employees.
Bless you.
And whenever the Biden administration said that even the National Guard had to take the vaccine, I called my adjutant general in and I said, make sure that you broadly interpret every exemption. We don't want to lose National Guard personnel because of their refusal to take a vaccine. And then, of course, Arkansas joined in the litigation challenging that from the Biden administration, because whenever you're looking at the vaccine, it should be individual choice. We shouldn't be firing people from government because they make that individual decision. Yes, I took the vaccine, and I went out and held town hall meetings where we brought in medical testimony and local doctors and talked in the community about it. So I think we made the right, I made the right decision taking the vaccine for me, but other people can make a different decision.
For sure, but do you think that now, what do you make of the evidence that there were an awful lot of people injured by it? I think, well, that's factually true. And it does seem like there is intense pressure not to mention that. And so if we care about people, we should also care about people who are injured by a drug they were coerced into taking. Why is there no conversation about that?
Well, I think there is conversations about that, but let me talk about the pandemic a little bit more. There were some decisions were not perfect. I had to make the best judgments I could during the pandemic, and as a governor, I made 2 decisions I think were very important. One of them was that whenever you look at the businesses, there was enormous national pressure to say you're an essential business, you're a non-essential business. Non-essential businesses have to close down. I looked at that and I said that every business that provides a job for a family is an essential business, and I'm going to keep them open. And the second, and because of that, our economy recovered. We didn't shelter in place, which were one of few states that made that decision. The other one was I kept our schools open after that spring where we all went virtual. I said this is not working, particularly in a rural state. And as a result of keeping our schools open for in-classroom instruction, Arkansas ranked number 2 in the nation for days of in-classroom instruction during the pandemic. That was good for the students, it was good for our communities, it was diminished the learning gap, and so we don't handle things perfectly, but we make good judgments, and those were 2 that I think will stand the test of time.